Hello, it's Steve Barcelo from the Cryptozoology Museum. Just want to show you guys we finally got one of our trucks lettered up. Take you for a little ride. They did a nice job. We're going to drop off the Expedition soon, and we're going to have them do the trailer too. We'll pop you guys into this thing. Hopefully this works for a little video. And I better go out and do some of my commissioner stuff and check on the town. Take you along with me as we discuss some of the stuff that's going on. Okay, as you guys know, we've had a whole bunch of recent sightings. Unfortunately, a few of them have come through, do not want to be interviewed, so we're not going to have personal interviews. We just got to tell you about the stuff. Both have been down in the Medoc area, the park. We have a gentleman down there today. I apologize, I'm just getting started here. Trying to do this transition is easier said than done. I got this new little holder I'm hoping that works. Johnny's down there today, and he's doing some research. I'm going to try to get down to the park, although we've kind of, with the reopening of the museum, I've gotten a lot of phone calls. It hasn't been busy by any means. Much slower than it should be this time of the year. But people are coming through, and I hate to disappoint someone who drives as far as some of these people have. Some people have driven 2-3 hours to come to the museum and not be open. But we're in North Carolina. We're the museum itself. We're in the town of Littleton. Well, our governor now has decided to stay at phase 2. So I was hoping we'd move on from that, but the numbers are going up a little bit. So I understand why he's doing it, but now they've made masks mandatory in public or any public place if you can't social distance. So that adds another wrench to the works, so that's something we're trying to deal with right now. We got together a small group of us in town hall just to discuss it and trying to figure out what we're going to do. And do we need to order more masks in? Do we have enough for our employees? And at least masks are available now. They are incredibly expensive. And at least everyone's up to speed on proper procedures on wearing these things. And I think I have to get some more hand sanitizer in, but now there's a list of hand sanitizers that aren't safe, so we got to make sure we get the right hand sanitizers. I mean, it's a crazy world, it really is. But anyway, back to Bigfoot. We've had sightings now. We've had a couple of more people. I just filmed a couple about, I guess a week ago now, in the museum, and they had not a sighting, but they found some prints, and they had some weird sounds they've heard. Well, since then we've had a few other people claim they've seen something in the distance move. Once again, like I said, did not want to be filmed. I mean, these are small towns. People don't want to be outed as the person who saw Bigfoot. But the sightings are coming in. It's been just amazing how much we've gotten in the last 6 months. The guy from Delaware, obviously, he came in. That's when we were still closed. He went down the Medoc Mountain. He came across 3 prints. Unfortunately, by the time he didn't cast them, I got down there with the rain. I was only able to get 1 decent print. And even from the photo he sent me to what I got, the print's still decent, but still not as sharp as what he sent me. But it's just nuts. So with all the craziness going on, though, we're trying to do things different. The podcasts, we're working on those. We're going to try to do some, unfortunately, internet and our phone service is not the best in the middle of nowhere, Bigfoot towns. So for us to go live is a little bit of a problem. We're trying to work that out. But we're trying to bring you as many of these videos as we can. Right now I'm driving on 158. I'm heading out to do some little bit of combination, doing some stuff in the museum, plus I'm doing something for the town hall. But we've got a lot of ripe areas here. It's been a fair amount of logging. Construction hasn't really slowed down since the virus. Actually, the town itself of Littleton's been really building up. We've got a lot of businesses coming in, a lot of stuff happening, and there's a little bit of a lag, but nothing stopped, which I was happy. My big concern was that we were going to lose something there, and but we haven't. Everything, the construction is still booming, which is great for Little Town. Beyond that, just kind of like wanted to show off the signs on the truck, tell you things are still going on. I'm hoping to get down to the park today, shoot a little video there. If not, I'll hopefully get down there tomorrow. My plan was to camp out, but it's been raining nonstop. It's like a monsoon here, which is a perfect time to look for prints. But even today, it's looking overcast. There might be a chance of rain today. And I don't mind a little bit of rain, but being stuck in a tent all night is not exactly, you can't film when it's really raining. I don't really like dragging out the equipment during the rain, so kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But we'll get out there. We're all set to go. I've got this vehicle and the other one both set up for hitting the road, camping, tents, the whole bit. And then, of course, we got the trailer. We have all the large equipment in. But keep in mind, too, if you know anyone selling a camper cheap, we are looking for a reasonable camper or something, or supposed to donate something to the museum. We'd appreciate it. Nothing fancy we're looking for. Basically a shelter. If it has a functioning bathroom, that'd be huge. And some kind of way we can plug in lights and just kind of like the basics. Basically a big box tent. Basically we just need something we can be kind of our office on wheels. We can take out there and just, this way fellow Bigfooters have a place to come in. These tents, as you know, can be pretty darn tight, pretty miserable, pretty stagnant. So that's what we're just trying to do. We're just trying to keep on expanding and get more and more data in. We haven't picked up any new equipment. We're making some. We're using some of our proximity meters as detectors out in the field. We've had pretty good luck with those. Of course, we're using the thermal, night vision, things like that. The big thing now, like I said, is a lot of guys now are using these hanging, recorders, just regular voice recorders in the trees, and letting them roll all night. And then they come back the next day and they play back and use a time stamp and see what things they're getting. It's almost consistently something bipedal walking around, knocking on trees, this odd sort of sound, almost like a sonar sort of thing. It's very strange. So we obviously trying to expand that. I just picked up 4 more recorders, which I actually used in a paranormal investigation. So once I've wrapped that up, I can clean those up and I can start bringing those out. And they're all numbered, 1 through 4. And these are not super expensive. They're all Olympus recorders. They're decent recorders. But at least you don't want to put a $300 recorder hanging from a tree. So you keep it to a $40 recorder. God forbid it disappears. It's not going to break the bank. So we're doing more and more. We keep on trying to think outside the box, try different things. Some things work, some things just don't seem to pan out for us. But so I'll wrap it up now. I'll hopefully be back on with a video in a little bit. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Hopefully, like I said, we'll get another one together for today. Tomorrow night, I'm doing someone else's podcast. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. I'll post that later too. Just did an interview 2 days ago for a young man who's working for a local newspaper, a student, who's more doing piece not on us per se, but on Bigfoot and cryptozoology museums and just kind of how the genre works and stuff like that. And I've kind of filled him in on the nuttiness behind the scenes. And then I've got something coming up which was supposed to be today and they canceled. Has nothing to do with this, has to do with the serial killing story I worked on. I'm supposed to be interviewed for that. And this goes all the way back, I worked on it for years, but I haven't really touched it in almost 7 years. And so I'm going through all my old records, hard drives, video interviews, and I'm finding some pretty crazy stuff. But so I got to go through that, and I'm trying to get all my bullet points, all my dates. I'm trying to, when you're out of it that long, just trying to get your dates right and what happened in proper order. It's just, you forget. It's just, I've been doing so many other things since. There's apparently some new evidence came out. They ID'd one of the bodies and skeletal remains there, a Jane Doe, so they got a name for that. They've released the 911 tape, although it's not released to the public at this point. So a lot of things like that. It's for Shannon Gilbert keep running out of the house and Joe Brewer's house. It's a long, convoluted story. And hopefully I'll put a piece together on that too. I'll be totally separate. But it's busy. Then of course, being town commissioner, it's worry about everyone's leaves and sticks and street lights, and keeping storm drains clean and garbage picked up and everything mowed and weed whacked. And even both my employers now are multi-departmenting, and we're helping out with water sewer because they're in a bad way. Actually, they were both just changing out some water meters today. I mean, so it's just nonstop. And I got to keep track of hours and make sure my budget's right. I mean, so for a non-paid job, it's a full-time job. But like I said, I'm happy to see the little town of Littleton moving forward and things happening here. So a lot of landscapers out today. All right, well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We're trying to get our numbers up. We're getting close to where we need to be. We just need more viewing hours. That's why we're going to try to do some of these nice, longer, more documentary, less of this sort of thing. We'll actually have to sit down and do some little fancier editing. Basically, more give you a full investigation, show you more of what's going behind the scenes, which is always a fun part. Well, thank you so much for tuning in.